Yo, YouTube. What's cracking like a jacker smacking? It's Waffleman for video. And I got J.R. Smith on the team now. Traded Felton and Jason Richardson for J.R. Smith, facing the Nuggets with their alternate jerseys on. And I'm playing, well, I was going to play J.R. Smith at point guard, but I'm going to have to call a timeout. And look at this BS steal. Look at that, 2K. What type of nonsense is this? But I want to discuss about 2K14, the online association. They've been announcing a lot of cool information. But what about the online association? I know we heard about my team being improved, but what about the online association mode? The mode that I played the most online. That mode definitely needs some touching up, and I want to discuss a few things that need to be fixed. First of all, when you draft, the first thing is inviting people to the draft. I think there should be a way where you can invite people to the draft by invite, and find a way that they don't have to like join by typing in the ID or join by typing in like the information, stuff like that. And another thing is that I should be able to kick people from the draft before it starts, in case I want more space. In case someone's not going to be able to draft, I should be able to kick the person in case I want to. And another thing about the pre-drafting and all that stuff is that the computer shouldn't draft nonsense players. Like, they should draft pretty good. They should draft by either overall or the rating that 2K gives by value, which is basically like, let's say that Kyrie Irving's young, he has a good contract, he's gonna have good potential, like that. They should either draft by that, but they shouldn't draft like bums. Like, no one over 70 should be being drafted in the 3rd round, and that should be improved. Another thing is they should include the unlocking games again in the flex schedule, because that was good. But when the date passes, games shouldn't be simmed unless like we want them to sim. Like, if we want them to sim, then they should be simmed. And everything is good with the sliders and stuff like that, that we could customize the sliders. But this year, and look at that steal, right to Millsap, to JR, he's wide. JR is already putting that work. Well, we should be able to play the All-Star game. It's a big mode for me. I always wanted to play the All-Star game in the online association because it'd be a good break and it'd be fun. And another thing about the online association is the trades. When trades happen, they should happen as soon as the trade is accepted, or as soon as the owner lets it pass. Now in 2K11, you were able to pass trades as soon as possible. You know, as soon as the owner accepted the trade as well and said that it was a fair trade. But ever since then, you'd have to wait 24 hours for a trade to go through. And in 2K13, you could just advance the week, but advancing the week would just sim games, so it would just be longer. So hopefully in 2K14, trades would go through as soon as the owner would agree that the trade is fair. And also, they should just remove the vetoing system, because people have voices and they have, you know, words to say. They could just chat or text or say something on the mic or send a message to say that they don't like a trade that someone made. And every trade should be visible, even if it's CPU and user to user. They should all be visible. But make it so that we don't have to wait 24 hours for a trade to go through. Make it so that we can just get trades immediately, because it also takes a lot of time. And another thing is that if we include injuries, then when the injuries happen and occur, we should still be able to trade out players. And give me that steal. Look at that. He inbounds it right to you though, with the slam. But we should be able to trade players that are injured as well, because maybe in the NBA you're not allowed to trade players that are injured, but it's a game, so we should have all the opportunity to trade players that are injured, because they're going to come back anyways. And another thing with the online association is the glitches that occurred. They need to fix some of the glitches. Like, one time a glitch happened and where Eric Gordon and Paul George had like 524 rebounds a game. They had like 516 blocks a game, 510 steals per game, and like 10 points per game, even though I was averaging more points per game with them. And you already know that it's unrealistic to have 500 stat points like that. But they need to fix the glitches and fix the league advancing, because the league advancing also has some glitches. And look at that block! Get that out of here! Up to Melo with the dunk. Easy jam. 3 seconds left. Melo pulling up. Melo is going ham this game, man. But that's another thing they need to fix. And we should also be able to like view other people's matches in game this time, because that'd be a great feature. I know on the PS4 you'll be able to do that, but they should allow that feature on the next gen, on the current gen features too. Maybe that's a feature on the next gen, to watch other people's games. But if we were able to watch people's games, then we could regulate the rules better, and you know, kick people and just regulate the rules better. That's all I really want to do, because that would just greatly improve the league and the simulation of the league and the gameplay. And they need to include amnestying in the online association, because amnesty has been part of the league now since the new collective bargaining agreement, and it should be included in the offline association and the online association, because the amnesty is a big part. Just imagine if we had the amnesty clause in the online association. I mean, you could get rid of one big contract on your team and they'd be waived. Now, you'd be able to pick them up on waivers and that would make a team better, but to be able to waive a player, amnesty them, that'd be better for everybody, because that's a huge deal. I mean, you got Kobe Bryant with 30 million. Maybe you want to amnesty Kobe. And look at Melo. Hey! Popping that tray in the face. Back to Melo again. Taking the contact layup with the finisher. Where's the foul, ref? Oh, look at Mayo.
Look at that space, not a hand in the face.
Bird! Wide open. Trying to play that on-ball defense too tight. Wide. Bird! Now JR's left wide open. But as we move on to the end of the season and we get to the playoffs on the online association, the playoffs are kind of a big deal too. I guess we could like, you know what, concerning the playoffs, as long as we have like trades still going through like immediately, I guess it doesn't matter that when the playoffs finish. I guess the playoffs are fine. But as you move into the off season of the online association, that's where it gets bad, because depending on what the league speed is, if it's on fast, then the playoffs, the off season will take 4 days. If it's on slow, then it usually takes a week or more than that. And if it's on, actually no, if it's on medium, it usually takes a week. And if it's on slow, it usually takes probably like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And if it's on pause, it takes 30 days or a month for the league to go. And you can't you can't change the speed, you can't change the time of anything. You just have to wait it out, and it's kind of BS too, because the free agency, the way it works is that it's like a draft. It's after the draft, and before you go to the free agency, you have to do the draft. So you need to set the time and everything, and some people are not available, and it wouldn't be that bad that some people aren't available as long as you get most of the people there. But when you do the online association free agency, the CPU just selects, I mean, it just selects bad picks, man. And they select bad picks, they select bad free agents. They sign bad people, they don't sign enough people. And that's why you get stacked teams in the second season of the online association, because you got people getting bum players on their team in the free agency while they have all this cap space. While they put Dwight Howard in their free agency priority list, they're getting bums like, I don't know, let me see, bums like Chris Copeland, even though he's pretty nice. Bums like Andrew Godlock. So yeah, they need to fix that as well. I mean, this mode could be a good move. They might as well make online association similar to offline association at this point. It's been 3 years since the online association was introduced, so I think it's time we had an upgrade now. Especially with crew mode coming back. Everything needs to come back the way it was before. But look at this lead. Up by 8. In the hands of Carmelo Anthony. Taking a side step. Pulling from downtown. Bang! Carmelo Anthony with a deep 3-pointer. And look at this defense. He's only down by 4. I'm playing too relaxed. I gotta give it right to Melo. I gotta make sure that in case I need to take a last shot, Melo has the ball in his hands. He's trying to double team. It's not working. He's not even trying to foul. He's trying to double team with big man. That's not gonna work. He's trying to triple team now. And he can't get open. Melo pulling up for 3. That's game. 3 seconds and we get the rebound. But anyways, YouTube, I'm out. Peace.